Good afternoon. I'm Xhoxolate, the chocolate lady, dripping with thoughts of homeschoolers. Hi, it's good to see you. And today we are going to be covering a few things. Let's see, we're going to talk about log cabin, quilt blocks, and we're going to talk about some special candy that I made that I made it especially for you, the homeschoolers, especially you. Yes, yes, yes. And it's peanut butter with chocolate on top. And then I also made jelly, cream, strawberry jelly cream bonbons. Yes. So, I'm sorry, getting excited. Let's get back on topic here. So, homeschoolers, one thing about quilting is that you have to develop, you either have to go out and buy fabric or you have to start to build a fabric stash. And we're going to talk about that today. So I just want you to know that when you join me, that I am the chocolate lady making crazy quilts with scraps or whatever I got. And you can make your own scrappy quilt or log cabin block with your scraps or with some fabrics that you purchase. And you can make a candy bar. Because when you join me each day, no, it is not each day. It is each Monday, usually precisely at 1:08 in the afternoon, as I also have 108 by 108 quilt backing. And if your mom or your granny or your neighbor enjoys making quilts, be sure to tell them, XOXO, she's got 108 by 108 quilt backing in all the colors in the rainbow. She has cotton, and she also has her favorite cozy, which I'm going to share with you later today. And let's see. So I have a short video that I want to share with you. And also, besides the short video, each time that we meet, I will have a bag. It's really my chocolate fabric box, but for the homeschoolers, I don't ship your, excuse me for a second, because I want to show you this in case your parents are joining me today. Okay, this is my chocolate fabric box that I keep my ugly beauties inside. And let me open it. Okay, this one is empty. I always keep this empty one nearby to use as a display, okay? But I just want to show you that I want your parents to also pay attention. Are the homeschooler teachers? This is the box. It's very sturdy. It's very sturdy. So if you order my ugly beauties, they come in that box. But for the homeschoolers, I just usually ship in just a soft package, okay? But the box I have today of the ugly beauties, I am displaying them in a box, but I will not be shipping them out to the homeschoolers in a box. And if there's a homeschooler and you're truly needy, you don't have to be needy, but you probably should be needy, okay? And you need some fabric, let me know, and I'll send you some fabric to get you started. But hopefully you could earn money, okay, and maybe you can pay for your fabric. But if you can't, let me know. Let the chocolate lady know. Say, XOXO, I don't have a way to earn money because maybe I live too far from the city, or maybe I'm too young, because maybe you're only like 7. And can you please send me a bag of fabric? And I'm going to say, yes, I can. Okay, so let's talk about the log cabin. This here, this is a traditional log cabin. And you will notice that in the middle of the log cabin, there is usually a red square. But guess what? You can make your square any color that you want, because this is a traditional log cabin where we use a red square to show the heart. It's not this kind of heart. It's really how you mention the fireplace of the home, okay? But because it's me, XOXO, I'm going to say heart. But that's not that's incorrect. And you probably need to be factual if I'm going to be saying I'm helping homeschoolers. Okay, but the bottom line is that we're going to talk about the log cabin, and you can research it out more on the internet. And let me show it to you again. You have a light side, and then you have a dark side. And that is the secret to a log cabin. I cannot stress enough to you that when you select your fabric, make sure that you have half of your fabric is, just one second, I'm thinking about the peanut butter and jelly candies. So I'm going to have some milk. That's cold milk to go with the peanut butter and jelly candies. Okay. The log cabins, when you select your fabric, you must, it's a secret, have a strong light selection of fabrics and a strong dark selection of fabrics. You don't want to have like medium light and medium dark. You kind of don't, because you won't get the full effect of all the things that this block can do. Okay, so before I go any further, let me quickly show you a clip. It's very short, and I did turn the sound down because there's this thing, homeschoolers, I don't know if you're aware of, but if you utilize somebody's clip with their voice, they could take down your YouTube channel. And I don't want them to take down my YouTube channel. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to make any more candies and share them with you. So in this particular clip, she's going to talk about diamond log cabin, diagonal log cabin, zigzag log cabin. Okay, and then I have some examples here as well. But let's get right to this video. I like you guys. I hope you think I'm doing a good job, and I hope you show up every Monday at 1:08. Okay? And I'm going to have always information about how to make quilts, how to make candies, how to eat your candy. Okay, let's get serious. Time for the video. I hope you enjoy that. And as I mentioned, I purposely have the volume turned down because I have to get permission from this young lady to show her video. But I would strongly suggest that later today you go to her website and you look at what she has, and you're going to find that there's lots and lots of instructional videos that teach you about the log cabin. And I don't want to take up, no, I do want to take up a lot of time to teach you about the log cabin, but I want to make sure that the instructions are precise. And once you have the instructions that are precise on making the log cabin, then come back and see me, because chances are my log cabin is a little bit messy. Okay, like my chocolates. Okay, so let's go on to, I have some books here that talk about the log cabin, and I don't have to worry about turning down the volume. I could keep talking while I show you this. Now, this is one variation of a log cabin. This one here is called barn raising. Look at it. You see it? Okay. So later, when you're at home, or if you go over to the city library, look up barn raising log cabin. Okay. And then I have another one here. I hope you're enjoying this with me. Okay. This is another log cabin. Okay. And let's see. I have one more. Okay. Now this one here, you got to look a little bit close, because this is called courthouse steps. Okay, one more. And this is, I like this one the most because it's in black and white and you can see it quite well. And this one here is a traditional, forgive me, this one here is a traditional log cabin. And then this one here, those are like courthouse steps. Yes. Did I say church? That's because yesterday was Sunday. Look here. This is a popular one. Courthouse steps log cabin. And keep in mind, I'm XOXO. I won't purposely give you incorrect information. But guess what? Sometimes I make mistakes. But that's what making quilts is all about. Sometimes you make mistakes and nobody can even see the mistake in your quilt. But what's important is that there are certain things about measuring and having an accurate seam allowance. You can't ever make a mistake with that. Okay, so now I have something very colorful. Look here. Now, in the comments, I want you to tell me, if you want to win a prize, what type of log cabin is this? Okay? This one with the red center. What type of log cabin is that? Okay? Now, because my giveaways and my surprises are always so good, I have one more. I have more than one more, but I'm only going to show you one more. And what type of log cabin is this? what type of log cabin block. It's just this block. See this one? See this one? Those are 2 blocks. Let me show you a little bit closer. Now, what's fascinating about this is that if you mirror the bottom to the top, it's going to make a diamond. But I can't do that with this block because, excuse me, with this quilt because it's not designed like that. But I know you have imagination, so let me show it to you again. Yes. So if you mirror the bottom and the top, you will have a diamond. Okay, so today was about the log cabin block, and that this afternoon or tomorrow morning or whenever you are thinking about quilting, read up a little bit about the history of the log cabin, and you will find it that it is probably out of the top 5 quilt blocks that people do. And when I say people, I mean children, young adults, and grannies, and papas, and grandpapas, all love to do the log cabin because once you, bear with me again, once you take this simple block, once you take this simple block and turn it a certain way, it becomes totally magical. All of a sudden, it can even have curves and circles to it. Okay, so I have a gift for later after I show you the candies. I'm always trying to get to the candies so quickly. Okay. Yes. Hi. Thank you for visiting with me. Oh my God. Homeschoolers, I adore you. And be sure to tell your teachers and your mamas and your neighbors all about XOXO. Okay, now let's talk about candies. When I make the 5 to 10 minute candy bars, I'm always thinking about what do you already have in your kitchen to make a candy bar with. Okay, so try to keep some candy on hand. Okay, and probably the easiest chocolate for you to secure is good old Hershey's. Good old Hershey's chocolate. Okay, and I'm kind of like I love chocolate, so look. Of course, I would have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or a cedar truck full of Hershey's chocolates and a cedar trunk full of quilts. No, I'm just teasing. I don't. Okay, so the first candy bar that I made for you is this one here. This one. And what's inside is, it's a peanut butter chocolate, and it has jelly, strawberry jelly filling in the middle. And I'm going to show you my tray of chocolates. Yes, I am. These are sewing machines. These are the kind of sewing machines that your great granny had back in the day. But your mom might have one of these now. Look at that. Okay, so I put these on here so my candies won't slip all over the place, but not working. Can you see the candies? That's it. I had it with these candies. I'm going to eat them. There you go. You like them? Yes. Now, this one here. This is exciting for me. Okay, there. Can you see that? I made those. Okay, these here have strawberry cream in the middle, which I'm going to open up so you can see the strawberry cream. And these here have peanut butter cream in the middle. So these are double, triple lipo peanut butters. And these are jelly. I think I should call them peanut butter jellies. Peanut butter jellies. Oh, peanut butter, berry, jelly, yummy yummies. That's the official name. And if you want the recipe, you know how to ask for it. Okay, I'm going to cut them open so you can see how the peanut butter and jelly candies taste. But before I cut them open, you always have to make sure that your mouth is nice and clean. I do, so that when I taste it, you can tell if they're good or bad. Okay, I'm going to cut this one open. Let me show you. Look. Okay. Now you want to see what's in the middle? Woo-wee. Oh, wait a minute. That strawberry is delicious. Okay. Let's do it again. That's the candy bar. Cut it open. Strawberry cream that you can make at home with your jelly. Yes. Okay. One more. No, two more. This one here is just peanut butter. I didn't add any pecans or macadamia nuts or walnuts or anything like that. It's just peanut butter. That's kind of cute, huh? I'm going to show that to you again. Yeah. Oh, I did good. Okay, one more. And that is another strawberry jelly. What was it again? Yummy, berry, treat, delicious, peanut butter cream. Okay. I hope you don't mind waiting with me while I get the candies ready. I hope you don't mind. I don't mind because when I get the chocolate on my fingers, I get to taste it. And when you make yours at home, you could taste yours. Okay. Can you see the chocolate on top with the peanut butter chocolate? And now I'm going to open it for you. Who cares? When it comes to chocolate, and you're driving in your parents' car and they say, don't get that chocolate on the seats. And now, when you get your stash of fabrics and you're making your quilt, your log cabin, you're going to be thinking, don't get chocolate on your new fabrics. Okay? but you will. And then here's the inside. Okay. Now, okay. So, one second, and I'm going to show you the fabric box. You know what's so nice about XOXO? She's always full of surprises. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I am your source for 108 by 108 quilt backing. It's a little bit expensive, so you'll probably just have to use some scraps, which I have some to show you of the 108 by 108. And then earlier I mentioned about, I want to tell you how you can start developing your own personal stash. And a stash basically is a collection of fabrics that you start to accumulate the more that you sew. But when you're first starting out, you don't have a stash because you just probably learn how to sew. So, unless you got a granny that sews or something like that. Oh my. 1 second. Okay. So what I did today was I put together a Ugly Beauty box. That's the name of my fabrics that I sell on my channel. Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric boxes. Okay. Now, some of these fabrics you're going to say, XOXO, we don't like those. Us homeschoolers don't like it. And then the other homeschooler is going to say, I kind of do like that one. So here's a selection. Okay. I put those together. And because we have boys and girls homeschoolers, I had to add a boy theme and a girl theme in here, because a lot of the fabric that I have is girl theme. And these are what I call Ugly Beauties. I'm going to show you one or two. The first Ugly Beauty is this one. Now, I was kind of thinking that, I know you're saying, XOXO, that looks like peanut butter. But, okay, I'm sorry. I know that's what you're thinking. But I kind of picked this one for the guys. Okay? And then just ordinary, and I hardly ever use just ordinary colors, but I did toss in a little simple color like that. Okay? And see how that box has the name, I'm sorry if I'm shaking. The box has the name Ugly Beauties, but look what's happening. It's not so ugly anymore, is it? No, I don't want to use that one. Let's try this one. Now keep in mind that this box here, milk is good for you. Keep in mind that this box here is for girls and guys, and it's an Ugly Beauty box. So some of the fabric is ugly, but when you make a quilt, and if you get this box, and if you make a quilt, and it doesn't have to be log cabin, it could be whatever you like, I wish that you send me a photograph so that I could show everybody what you did. Okay. I just added this one. Yes. Okay. Now, and then what about this one? Oh, this, I'm sorry. Occasionally my voice, you know, they say have an inside voice and an outside voice. They always say that to kids at school. Just say, Exo, Exo, have the inside voice. Don't get so excited. Look at this. This looks good. Doesn't it? I know it does. Okay, now, I got a lot more, but this kind of seems just a little bit more nicer, kind of for a guy to put together. But, you know what, Ugly Beauties, I had this. Now, when I think about this one, I think about girls. But this is year 2025. And if you want to use this, girl, guy, don't matter. Look. Because when you sew, you have to have thread. So, I know what you're thinking. XOXO, you're kind of stretching a little bit on that Ugly Beauty box. But the top one can be for guys, and the bottom one could be for girls. See the top one? It could be for guys. And see the bottom one? It could be for girls. So, now, remember that if you decide that you like this box, I'm not going to sit it in that brown box. I'm just going to sit in a padded bag. But look. And this kind of goes more at the top. I'm surely going to drop these like I drop my candies all the time. Okay, so I have more, but I'm going to stop here. But I'm going to show you what I have in my hand. You see the one on top? And that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Those look kind of good, huh? This one's lonely. This one's lonely. Oh, it's so lonely. It wants to join. Now, if I drop it, it's not going to be lonely. It's going to be in trouble. Take a look. See the lonely one right here? See this one? It goes with this. It doesn't really necessarily go with that, but it don't matter. Okay, so basically that particular Ugly Beauty chocolate fabric box that I put together for homeschoolers is a great way to start a stash. And that's why I put all the kind of different colors in there. And if you decide that you like that box, I will add a couple of more yards of solids so that you don't have to run out and say, Mom, she got all these prints and I need just some solids. I promise that if you like this box, that I'll add some solids to it. Okay, now let's talk about the back of a quilt. I'm looking at candies. I'm looking at this one. And look. Okay. Let's talk about the back of a quilt. Some people, when they are putting together a quilt, they'll just use, especially like for homeschoolers, you could just use a sheet, one of your twin size sheets. Or you could use a large piece of fabric, or if you wanted to, you could get some fabric from me, some 108-inch quilt wide quilt backing. Yes, okay. But seriously speaking, you're a homeschooler and you want to have fun doing this, and you don't want to cause your parents any upset about their wallet. So just use scraps. Now, I have a scrap here that you can use on the back of your quilt. And I always promote, when you're putting your quilt together, to always use a piece of cozy on the back, because the back side, sometimes when you're taking a baby nap or you're just laying in bed, the back side of the quilt is the side that's touching your body. So I have a little piece of scrap here. I know it's chocolate. I know it's a chocolate color, but I have more colors too. But I just got this one because I made the peanut butter and jelly candies for you today. Can you see how I always, every time I show the cozy, I always have to put it like that on my face. It's so soft. So this is about a half yard, but you could start with this in the middle of your quilt, and then build around it with more cozy, or you could build around it with more cotton. Okay, quality cotton. You don't have to have quality cotton. You could just have any kind of cotton. But look at this one here. This is a more cozy, which I think would be beautiful on the back of any quilt. And look at the eyes. Can you see the eyes? Isn't that the cutest thing? This is also soft. Like that. Like, sometimes with homeschoolers, I really don't know what I'm talking about, but you can let me know. You do your homework sometimes at a certain time during the day, and then sometimes you do your homework at night when you're in your bed. And can you imagine if you're doing your homework and then you just have this by you from a quilt that you made for yourself? So I wanted to tell you about that, and just expect that when you join me on Mondays at 1:08 in the afternoon, that you're going to have a good time, that I'm going to teach you about quilting, the resources that are available for you to be a great beginner quilter. And if you're not a beginner quilter, the resources that I'm going to present on this channel will inspire you with your experience of making quilts. Because this channel says that it's designated for homeschoolers, but it's for everybody, especially if you like chocolates. So I did mention that I have a gift. Well, it's kind of like a sort of a gift and a reward if you know what block I was holding up earlier. Let me show it to you. One second. I want to take a little bit of the fabric out so you can see it. Okay, here we go. Take a look. Do you like it? It's kind of pretty, huh? Okay, so if you tell me what block that I was showing earlier, then you will get this and you can make something very special. I will show you. You can make this here. I'm having a hard time There. Do you like that? And look how easy it is to put together. It's not a difficult block, okay? Just with a little bit of help from your mom or from your dad or from your homeschooler teacher, you can get this done. Most importantly, I do want you to try the log cabin block, but if you win this, then you'll have 2 things to work on. I mean, 3 things. What am I thinking? Silly me. You're going to have 3 things to work on. Peanut butter and jelly candies. You got to work on that to have a treat. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today. I had a good time, and I am XOXO. And be sure, this is my 3rd time mentioning this because it's important. Be sure to tell your parents that if they have any questions of XOXO, to just leave them in the comment box, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And that my fabric boxes are for sale, but I always set aside 1 or 2 boxes for someone that needs it, because I don't want any reason why a homeschooler cannot make a quilt. Okay, so let's start working on you building a stash, either through me or at your own house, because I know you have some cotton shirts, skirts that you don't want anymore. Okay, and as long as they're pretty good strong cotton, just cut them up into squares. And we'll talk about making a scrappy, crazy quilt from your new stash in the future. But right now, we're going to concentrate on the log cabin. And I keep touching this. Let me show you why I keep touching. I keep touching these candies. I keep touching these candies. Yes. I keep touching these candies. I'm going to have one. I'm going to have one that has strawberry in the middle. Mhm. Mhm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. I'll see you next week, Monday, 108. And if you have a question for XOXO, leave it in the comments. And don't forget about answer the question. And that block that's super easy, I'll send it to you. Bye.